All right, we're up and running. I'm so excited about this. Okay, so welcome to day 14 of Vlogmas. Had to plug my phone in because that thing is about to die. I don't know why I just simply cannot remember to put my phone on the charger at night. I digress. So today we're going to be making the Primrose sweatshirt. It is a sweatshirt that I designed for Made for Mermaids. It is perfect for what we're doing. What are we making? We're making a holiday sweatshirt because I've got sublimations. Let me show y'all what I got. So I ordered these sublimation prints. I got them from Etsy, and I loved that for me. But honestly, I took so it didn't take that long, but I really needed them so that I could make my kids like ugly sweaters. And I was just like, oh, I need them faster. And every time I went to go check sorry, I'm opening up the Primrose right now. But every time I would go to check the shipping, it was still being prepared to ship. So what do? I do what any normal person would do. I go to Amazon. I look up and see what I can find on Amazon. And y'all, I got all of these from Amazon. So these are vinyls, whereas the other ones are sublimation. So I've got like essentially one of each, and I was simply going to just put them on some blanks, but I went and I checked the cost of blanks, and I was like, yo, $12 for a blank sweatshirt, forget it, we'll just make it. So I went out to my garage, which of course we know is my fabric storage. I found this sweatshirt fabric, and y'all, we're just gonna go ahead and make the Primrose because I actually feel like it is the perfect like sweatshirt situation for doing something like this. Why? Because there's that center panel making it very easy to go ahead and line it up, and then also because I designed it and I love my designs, so there's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to make, now I've been making the crop versions because your girl loves a crop, obviously, but I also really love my the pockets that I designed that are invisible pockets. So today we are going to go ahead and do that. Now, what I am gonna also do is see if I can get us a little bit of holiday music. Let's see, YouTube holiday music, royalty free is what we're looking for. YouTube royalty free. Here we go. Got it. Here we go. We've got
big news.
Oh gosh.
In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you the fastest way.
I'm definitely not about to do that. We're here just for some holiday tunes. There we go. I have no idea what song this is supposed to be. It works perfectly for us. Or at least it will. Because for a second, I was definitely about to see what else I could find. Let me also go ahead and actually share this live with the people. So let's do that. Join me live on YouTube while I make a holiday sweatshirt. Friends, I just wanted to share this update with you that I'm so close to monetizing this channel. So if you've been watching and if you've been keeping up, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me. Shout out to the people who be joining me live and don't need the reminder. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn on the projector. Let's get ready to sew. So yesterday I had gotten, decided to color in my sublimation prints. Yes, I colored them in black because, why not? Because representation matters, okay? That is why. I had started to, so yesterday I had started to record like a day in the life vlog. You guys, I could not do it. Could not get it done. Why couldn't I get it done? Because yesterday was a little bit of a shitstorm. It's okay. We made it through. We're here now. But like literally at every turn, I was like, wow, this is not what I had planned or intended to do today. Yet here I am. So I scratched yesterday's day in the life. And of course my husband was like, I actually think that this is perfect because this is showing like a true day in the life. Your girl's got a standard or two, so we had to forego it. Let's see. Let's make sure that we connect to my projector. There we go. We are going to have to change threads. Why? Because, listen, I have red in there now, and I have red and white in there. But you guys, that red is like, I mean, my white is like barely there. So, all right, let's go ahead and get our... I always feel like I do things faster. And so my before I go into that, my hoodie comes in, or rather my sweatshirt comes in the option to make it into a hood or a crew neck style. I'm opting to make a crew neck version of this because that's all I need. We are just over here crew neck and get up. But also, I might be on hoodie punishment for right now because I have too many hoodies. I should just do a closet sale. Stay tuned to see if that happens in the new year. Because, listen, it's not going to happen right now. But we do need to get rid of some things. So, who knows? All right. So, let me set y'all up in the little corner. We're going to be using my projector. Naturally. Let's see if I can. Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. Okay. Just try to give y'all a little bit more vision. So yesterday I did go get my nails done. My nail tech is literally the best. The best there was to ever do it. I almost want to make 2 of these. Maybe I'll make a Maeve as well. The Maeve is such an easy make, y'all. I think the Primrose, super easy. But of course it's because I designed it. So here we have our Prim, lining her up. And it's a really boxy cut, like sweatshirt. I love that for us because I think that that's one of the things that really makes this a very unisex pattern. Okay. All right, so we've got our centerpiece. Let's get our side pieces. Oh, let me move that back over. So like, as you can see here, there is no like indentation there to go in for the waist. So when I say that I think that this is very gender neutral because of that, that's That's why I say it. Because there is no like hourglass curvature there. Okay. So I did actually just get in some of my friend Raven. She sells and makes these fabric weights. I did just get some of those in. So I'm like, let me use them before somebody comes for me in the comments about not using fabric weights. Boom. Okay. Okay, so we got our shoulders. Let's get our back piece. I feel like I'm one of the only people who uses a projector to sew that does not like to cut my flat pieces. But I will never cut flat pieces because I would not be able to fit the shit on here. So there was actually someone who made a comment in one of the groups that I moderate and was like, this is not a projector because it's not flat. Y'all, there are more than one ways to skin a cat. People will swear up and down that there is the only way, or there's only one way to do things. When I got into projector sewing, I was not the person who was gung-ho about it. I thought, how am I going to make all of these adjustments that I normally make? I was like, this won't last. And then I got my projector. Whew. It was a great day. Was a great day. And now I teach about how to use your projector, and I love it so much. So again, we're not making the crop. We're going to go ahead for the full shebang. I haven't made the full length in some time. And so when you make the crop version, there's not enough space to like put in your pockets. So I haven't been adding pockets, but like every time my kids wear their versions and they show that they've got pockets, I'm always look at the invisible pockets. Now mama's gonna have some invisible pockets too. All right, so let me go back up and cut my neckband. My neckband fits, so I can just cut that flat, no problem. Got our neckband. Now let's move on to our sleeves. I think I'm actually going to make my sleeves even more dramatic than they are right here. I know it's like Aaronica, even more drama. Yes. Okay. Full disclosure, I do feel like I made my sleeves less dramatic because not because I wanted them less dramatic, but the beautiful thing about patterns is that they are just suggestions. You can do whatever it is you want to do. Let's just make sure that this is enough space. I want to make it a little bit more dramatic. Actually, let me go ahead and cut this top part off, because that is making it hard for me. So to make it a little bit more dramatic, I am adding, I'm going to be making this top part a little bit wider. So that I can make it a little bit more poofier. So let's fold this over. I just wanted to make sure that it was lined up properly. And so it stops right over here. I don't know if you can see my hand. Yes. I'm going to take it all the way to the edge, as far as I possibly can, y'all. I know, it's like Aaronica, but what are you going to do about the markings? I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing. Honestly. So we got both of our sleeves cut. Now let's get out our pocket pieces. So this is the pocket piece. I'm like, is there enough? I don't think that there's enough like fabric. But let's just go ahead and cut this one flat as well, just because we're here. Move it down, because we're just going to use this pre-cut top. There we go. Our pocket pieces. Now let's cut our cuff. Got our cuffs, and now let's do our bottom band. I think I'm going to do the elastic waistband. So let me switch our view again. Actually, we're just going to do the basic. We're just going to do the basic. Gonna do the basic. I did the elastic waistband on live, so I feel like on TikTok live, so I feel like it's fine for me to just go ahead and do the basic waistband on here. Then we'll just go ahead and finish this cut since we're done cutting. All right. So now we're done cutting our fabric. So this is my leftover fabric right there. So let's go ahead and get ready to sew. So like, I feel like my little, like, okay, yeah, that feels better. Okay. So we're going to be using, the beautiful thing about this here pattern is you only need one machine. I'm going to just be using my Bernina L890. Dang, where did my remote go? Gotta turn the machine off. I can't believe that I have magically misplaced my remote. Alright, well, we're off now. Okay, projector has this connected as it should have. Alright. Now let's see. Oh man, I heard talking and I was like, oh my god, is somebody outside my house? It was just YouTube. Everything's fine. Oh man, my chat was unable to connect. It's still showing me. Okay. Very weird. Indeed. I saw that Stacy so-and-so had joined our chat, and now she's not there. That really freaked me out for a second there, thinking that there was some man sitting outside of my house. It wasn't, though. Okay. Here we go. So I do need to add some more threads. Because of the color of this here fabric, I can get away with white, gray, off-white. So we're going to just see what we have. So I'm pretty sure there's enough white in there to make this happen. So I think I'm just going to replace the red pieces with like some off-white colors that I've got. So let us go ahead and do that. There we go. So the L890 is a let me move it down so that you guys can see. The L890 is an air threading machine. And it's an absolutely beautiful machine. Okay. I'm like, come on. Come on, Red. Come on out here. There we go. So let's go ahead and change our threads out. So I have, I'm trying to be like Julian and have like, I don't know, not just have like a bunch of random machines, right? That's not the goal, but I am interested in learning about other machines. So a friend of mine gifted me a FAF and it's a FAF cover lock. So it's supposed to be like kind of comparable to this one. But I don't think that it is, I don't think it works. So I've got to take it in to get repaired because I think it's a good machine, you know? So we'll see. Now my machine has been rethreaded. And let's get ready to sew. Now listen, if you guys have ever sewn with me, you know that we're going to be here for a good time, not necessarily a long time. So let me find a good setup for y'all to be in. Move you guys back here so that you can see what my hands are doing. Okay. Let's see. We've got our side piece. and our centerpiece. Here we go. So we're going to start by putting our pockets together. Got our pocket piece. Now you can always like understitch your pocket piece if you want to. I didn't find it necessary, so I didn't. Now what I do think is helpful, or can be helpful, is slightly snipping your fabric. Ooh, this is a great thread color combination. And again, just slightly, just so that you're, you can kind of stitch through the line. So I was supposed to be making teacher gifts. Yeah, I have opted out of making teachers anything this year. Not because I don't want to. But I'm actually preparing to go into surgery again. I have surgery the day after Christmas. For the actual reconstruction. Okay, here we go. And so now when you flip it out, then we have, just turn this over so slightly. So now the pocket, the inside pocket is made like this. And now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on these pocket piece, on these outer pieces as well. This is, I think that this is probably the only part that I think is tricky. But if you line it up with the bottom pieces, if you line everything up with your bottom pieces, I think that's what makes it easy in my head, and just remembering right sides together. Easy peasy. So I'm going to go ahead and snip here as well. And so now we're going to do the right sides together of the other side. Now, if you make a larger snip accidentally, that's also fine. Just, you know, it'll be fine. Okay. So now, let's line up our right sides together. I feel like it has truly been forever since I have made a primrose. I'm gonna make another one. I should have just cut it at the same time, but I didn't. Alas, here we are. And then of course you're going to have to wrap it around the back and then put your right sides together because we're making pockets. I wonder if my husband will wear one if I make him one. I should. And I love how I'm going to use a sublimation on this one. It gives like this really vintage feel. So I think it'll be perfect. Okay, so now that our pieces are completely connected, now we just need to actually sew the top part to create an enclosed pocket piece. So I'm just lining that up together. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and come down from my top seam and then go into my pocket seam. For me, it's just easier that way. That is not how it is in the tutorial, and it's fine for you to do it in whatever way is best for you. Doing this Primrose was such an experience because I did not want to make it so that my pockets were too small. But yeah, I kept feeling like my hands were like suffocating inside, so I kept having to make the pockets bigger. Go. So now we're just finishing off the pocket. Okay. So now we've completed the front and it looks good. And so this is going to be, the front area is going to be where we go ahead and put our little holiday design. So let's go ahead and attach our front to our back piece. I'm gonna go ahead and do our shoulder seam first. And then if you remember, I did go ahead and make my sleeve a little bit more dramatic than what the pattern called for. So I'm going to, and I'm still pleating it, you guys, because I love the way that a pleated sleeve looks. I'm just going to make my pleat a little bit bigger. Just check and see if anyone. Oh no. GGI. Okay. Whew, okay. So. Okay, so let's see. Okay, well, it says that I have excellent connection, so we're just gonna say a hope and a prayer, because y'all, I did not save this at all. I didn't save it to my thing, so I hope it works. I don't know why I keep leaving my iPad upstairs. Oh well. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this other shoulder seam. All right, so we went ahead and did that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do our sleeves. Now, I did go ahead and I want to keep my center point in like as it was. I don't know why I don't have any of my clips here either. You guys, I'm feeling woefully unprepared. I'm like watching to see if it's still updating. No, it's not still on. Okay. Let's just see what's happening, because we're missing 4 minutes of the live now. Oh, now we're up. Okay. Oh, and now it's okay. Excellent. We're good. Cool. All right, excellent. Yeah, I'm like ye of little faith. I'm like, I can't see the chat, which I feel like is what's really throwing me. Okay, so I'm still gonna mark my center point, which I did go ahead and mark. And I really would like my pleats to be in about the same place. So, and instead of a box pleat, so this pattern calls for a box pleat, we're just gonna do a simple knife pleat. And I just want my knife pleat to be forward, because I feel like that is, I don't know, I feel like that's more dramatic. Maybe. And so to get the pleat amount, I am just like lining up my sleeve piece so that it fits into the arm seam, even though this is not really an arm seam because this is more of like a dolman style sleeve, just so that everything lines up perfectly. And I'm literally pinching out whatever is excess. And now this, the cuff of the sleeve, or the area that's by the cuff, is also pleated. So instead of struggling around that pleat, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to go ahead and put my cuff on now. Again, and I'm going to essentially do it the exact same way that I just did the upper part. There is such a huge difference between the sleeve pieces and the cuff, giving the drama. So this is easily something that could be gathered, but we're going to put in some nice big pleats, and I'm going to be pleating it the entire way. So like I just put in one pleat that got pulled out, it's fine. Putting in like big pleats to make sure that this fits. And I'm really focusing on putting the pleats on the outside of the cuff. Because if it's on the inside, nobody's going to be able to see it. You know what I mean? So the outside of my cuff has now some good sleeves. Or rather, the outside has some nice puffiness that I like, you know? I'm literally like, I like big sleeves and I cannot lie. What? It's my truth. So I feel like my favorite thing about this pattern is that it, with the puffy sleeves, it takes your basic crew neck and it gives it an upgrade. Now, if you're making this for someone who likes to have a more, less like feminine appearance, you can take that puff out of the sleeve entirely, and now you just have a boxy crew neck sweatshirt. And my understanding is everyone besides like me likes to have color blocking. So even color blocking is not really a gendered thing. So this sleeve is going to give life though. It's going to give life. It makes me so incredibly happy. I was just upstairs in my room looking at my prototypes for this sweatshirt. I do need to go ahead and edit it so it's a little bit more wearable. I've got to take in the neckband some, but it's like super bright, and that could also probably be a little holiday zhuzh, a little da-da-da-da, because it's, you know, just blank. I'm so sad that my chat is not working today. Especially since my thing is telling me that I have people on here watching. So I'm sad that I cannot talk to you. So again, you want the pleat in your sleeve to be high enough so it can be seen. And you guys, I feel like I'm in my pleated era. I was working on a pleated skirt pattern. It's still gonna come out. It's just not coming out till next year. So I'm gonna take, obviously I'm gonna take this time this year to go ahead and finish that up. So that way at the top of the year, it'll be my first pattern of the year. Here we go. But it'll be nicely pre-tested amongst different sizes before going into even more pre-testing. All right, so we put our pleats in this top area, and again we've got to get our oh, that's a neckband. Like oh, here we go. I was missing a cuff, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that we pleat this bottom nicely as well. I love learning as much as I have been through this experience of pattern drafting. One of my favorite things that I have learned, though, is I don't care about other people's aesthetic. Like, I feel like it's taken a long time for me to figure out what mine is. And the hard part about drafting patterns and having them go through testing is in making sure that you don't change your vision because of the feedback of others. And I feel like that's a really great lesson in life too. I have also learned that, you guys, I just don't have no time anymore. I have been I still volunteer to help others test their patterns, but I'm like, your girl is like running low on time. You know? And it's not something that I want to be, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, yes, booked and busy, etc., except, like, I like being able to make time for friends and supporting others, so. But for me, I'm going to have to learn that support does not always mean the same thing, you know? It doesn't always have to look like doing work. It can be the social shares, it can be making it on my time, it can be talking about it and getting others excited for it, you know. Finishing up this side seam. Okay, now let's go ahead and add our bottom band on as well. I'm so happy that I have this color on hand because this is like the perfect, like, heathered vintage oatmeal feel. So excited about this, y'all. Okay, so now I gotta clip my pocket pieces together because it's the final countdown now. And I want to make sure that these all get okay, so I want to make sure that these all the fabric gets caught because there's 3 pieces of fabric for the actual like top bodice piece in the front in this center panel area. And I don't want, as I sew and attach my band here, I don't want to miss any of the fabric, so I'm just going to clip it together in a couple more places that I normally would, just to make sure. I've personally never like not caught all the fabric, but you know, when you sew live, the things that you don't want to happen, i.e. like, you know, when my bobbin decided it didn't want to come out on my B590. That's never happened before, y'all. And it still hasn't happened again. But it happened then. Okay. So if you are sewing a fabric that tends to roll when you stretch it and that bothers you to no end, highly suggest going ahead and serging that together first. Just to prevent the roll. If you're like me and you're just like, whatever, that roll can roll, I can roll with it, then don't bother. I think on my next one, I'm going to make my my waistband piece a little bit wider because I love a wide waistband. Okay, so now I'm at the front area. I am putting the band on the area that has like what is now 5 pieces of fabric. If you have a machine that you're like, girl, I don't know if my machine can do 5 pieces of fabric, just go a little slower. It'll be fine. Go. So our pocket piece is completely in there. Love that for us. Now we're just going to finish the rest of this. right, so we got our band in completely. Now let's go ahead and get our neckband in, and then it's time to, actually I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my heat press now, so that way it can be warming up. And for this sublimation, it does need to be set at 400. So I'm going to warm it up to 400 degrees. And we're gonna have to use my ugly quilter's press for this because my mat got warped. My mom is texting me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do our neckband piece. You guys, we're almost done. Okay, so now we've got our neckband piece together. I'm so excited about this. I do think that we'll see about making, because I do have enough fabric left over to make a couple more sweatshirts. My husband was at Walmart last night and was like, oh, I can buy a sweatshirt or two. I was like, babe, I'm not paying that much money. Certainly not for something that's not a necessity. I'm like, the price of groceries, look, we're good. We're good. Yeah, I don't know what kind of Christmas music this is. I was really trying to just get us a little jolly good time that was royalty free. This is like the saddest, and we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Literally the saddest that I've ever heard. Oh my goodness. I don't know if this has Hark the Herald Angels Sing, but guys, your girl is like, oh, this is a lot. All right, friends. So we've gone ahead and completed our sweatshirt. Let me lift you up. Ooh, my stuff is hot. So I do think that we are going to go ahead and just so that everyone can kind of see what we have made so far. Let's turn this completely outward. So here is our Primrose. And again, we've got the center part right here primed and ready. It does need to be pressed, but it's fine. We are going to go ahead and use our sublimation, only because I never get to use sublimation. So I got myself a specific one that says I like them thick and sprucey. Cause your girl is thick. But now I don't know where it is. I also have this mama one. But yeah, I don't like for my kids to call me mama. So I don't want them to see that and be like, oh, I can call her mama. So we're going to go for this. I like them thick, real thick and sprucey. Because your girl is thick. Obvi. With sublimation, the way that it works is that it is printed and you transfer the ink in essence to the garment, right? Ooh, had to make sure I didn't burn myself right there. Everything's fine. So I do wish it was like a little bit bigger. Let me grab my little t-shirt measuring thing. Youth, adults, front. So I got these, these kind of give you the center point, of course, but more importantly about how far down it should be. So just to kind of show you all what's going on. So you can see here that it's suggesting that this is the center. So I'm going to just go ahead and put this down like that. And it's suggesting that this is the area that we start. For my garment, you know, we just want to make sure that we line this shit up right, okay? So it said that I needed to do 400 degrees. So that's what we're doing. I guess I can move my plastic now. And so my Cricut has started the countdown for 60 seconds. It doesn't cover the entire thing, so I'm going to have to move it down and do an additional 60 seconds as well. So here we are. I'm like, we're at the final countdown, y'all. It's the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I sincerely hope this works. I have not done a test run. This is us in the raw, figuring this shit out. So here we go. We're going to slide it over. And we're going to hope that my shirt says, I like them real thick and sprucey. Moved it down. I am putting a little bit of pressure just in case that helps. You know what I mean? I did get my nails done. I'm feeling real festive. That's where this countdown is like, woof, taking me out. Okay, we're down 20 seconds. You guys, I'm like so excited. The anticipation is killing me. Four, three, two, one. All right. So, look at that. I like them real thick and sprucey. So it worked. Let me put this on so that you guys can see this. This is so cute and I'm so excited about it. So just to review what we've done today, we made the Primrose sweatshirt that was designed and drafted by me. I will make sure that you all have the link. I did go ahead and add a little bit more puff to my sleeve area. And boom, we made it! This is so cute. Yeah. So my holiday sweatshirt sew along is now complete. Thank you all so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you made it this far, thank you so very much. I hope you'll join me again for another live. Make sure that you have turned on the notifications, the little bell, so that whenever I go live, you get notified and you can join me here. All right, friends, I hope that this has helped put you into the holiday spirit, and I will see you all next week on Tuesday. Bye-bye.